Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with another Reddit story for you. This one was picked by Ava Thunder. Heck yeah. And it is from AITAH and is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Not Inviting My Fiance's Ex to Our Wedding? Well, I mean, I certainly understand why you wouldn't want to, right? I, female 26, have been with Henry, male 36, almost 37, for 5 years. We are engaged and currently planning our wedding. A little background, Henry is the youngest child and his mother really wanted a girl. Because of this, Henry grew up feeling despised by his mom, who openly says hurtful things like how he was a disappointment from the start or how she never got the daughter she wanted. Despite this, instead of going no contact with her, Henry has been trying very hard to win her love. That's sad as shit. I know there's a lot more to the story, but having the context of him never being able to win his mother's love, but still trying at the age of nearly 37 is freaking heartbreaking. Henry had a long-term ex, female 32, who is very close with his mother. She became the daughter his mother always wanted. Oh no. However, this ex cheated on him with a coworker and left him. After 2 years, Henry and I met. Eventually, the ex wanted to get back together with him, but he said no and blocked her. Despite this, she and his mother remained best friends. Mom, what are you doing? His mother still invites her to family functions. I'm my fiance and I just ignore her. What? She still invites her to family shit after she cheated on him and left him. You two started dating. She says she wants him back. He says no. And mom's like, oh, don't worry. We just have to play the long game, dearie. You're still coming to every family function. Eventually he'll cave because you being around is going to piss off his significant other enough to leave. His mother does not like me and believes I'm the reason she can't have her preferred daughter-in-law. My fiancé has explained many times that he would rather stay single forever than get back with his wife. So even if I didn't exist, he wouldn't be with her. Yesterday, my mother-in-law asked how many guests she could invite to our wedding. What? You don't get a plus 20. I told her that since my parents could invite 8 to 10 people, she could do the same. Well, that's gracious. She thanked me, but an hour later, she smiled and said, well, we have one yes already. Referring to my fiance's ex. I told her that was very inappropriate since we aren't even friends with her. She responded by saying that it's her guest list, and none of my business. Hold up, wait, what? What? The people I'm taking to your wedding are none of your business? What? Then she said I'm insecure because the ex is the whole package, and that I'm just a rebound girl. Henry told his mom to stop and asked her to leave. Once she left, he asked if I could be the bigger person and let her have this. No! As he really wants his mom to be at the wedding. He suggested that if inviting his ex would keep his mom quiet, we should just ignore her. Am I the asshole for not wanting her there? P.S. We are mostly paying for the wedding ourselves with some help from my dad. Mother-in-law has not contributed. Before I get into the first update here, Henry! No. I understand your point of view because you're like, it's not going to change anything for me, her being there. But you have to understand that your mom is evil. And your evil mother who keeps your ex around, who clearly didn't care enough about you to keep it in her pants. I don't know I don't know if that applies to whatever. Clearly doesn't care enough about you to be faithful to you. She wants her around. What's mother's end goal here? Mom's end goal is to have the daughter that she never did. Do you think she's going to plant her at your wedding and she's just going to sit there quietly? Do you think that's the plan? Do you think like she's finally going to, this is it. As long as we let her have this, then we're married and nothing can happen. Dude, she's going to use this bizzo and try to thwart your wedding. You know what her goal is already. Her goal is to not sit there quietly with someone that you don't want there so you'll be mildly uncomfortable. That is not her goal. Her goal is for you to not get married. Her goal is for you to take your cheater ex back because that's who she wants you to have. You know this, man. We're going to officially title this as one of these at this point. We're going to give it the spicy story. Update. Thank you so much for the comments and DMs. I had a calm talk with Henry and explained how I feel disrespected by his mom's words and actions. While I can't control who she associates with, it is very disrespectful that she invites your ex to all the gatherings and that the two of them constantly pick on me. Henry acknowledged this, but said that's just how his mom is. Red flag for you, Henry. I told him that it's best we cancel the wedding at this point because I want our wedding day to be happy, memorable, not one filled with drama and stress. I added that his mom is going to ruin this day and that he's just going to accept it as usual, which I cannot tolerate. I told him I won't marry him until he sets some boundaries with his mother. This situation is ridiculous. Hell yeah. Proud of you, OP, for being like, no. That's not going to cut it. You're going to have to toughen up with your boundaries here. And I understand his position. He's been trying to win her approval his entire life. So now he's in this position where he knows in his core what he needs to do, but is physically unable to do it because it goes against everything that he's felt up to this point. Henry went on about how he can't cut his mom out of his life because she sacrificed so much raising him and his brother as a single mom, but he admitted he doesn't know how to handle her either. I told him I can't make that decision for him, but I'm going no contact with his mom. I suggested that maybe therapy could help him realize how abusive and toxic his relationship with his family is and help him decide what to do with his life. I also said I won't attend any more gatherings. He went quiet for a while, then he called his mom on speakerphone to tell her that the wedding was canceled. She went on, saying he finally did the right thing by dumping that whiny bitch, calling me insecure and controlling and saying it was a miserable relationship. Henry kept interrupting her, saying, "Mom, stop," but she didn't care. In the end, he told her, "Mom, we're not breaking up. She's here and heard everything. She canceled it, not me, because you kept disrespecting her." His mom screamed, "That manipulative little bitch set me up. That fussy little and started ranting again. Henry then told her that he needs some time to think, and it's best if she gives him some space, then hangs up. We've barely talked since. He's spending today helping his brother with some renovations, and I'm home alone. Hopefully my next update will be less depressing. Okay, we do have the next update to read, but let's talk about this for just a second because you have to understand his inner conflict, right? His whole life, everything up until this point, he has been taught to strive for and fail to acquire her affection, her approval. Like that's all he's ever wanted, and it's all he's wired to want at this point. So now openly defying her goes against like his default programming. It goes against his wiring. So he's really struggling with that. And now he needs time to think, and it's best if she gives him some space. And he immediately went to go work on a hands-on project. I understand that. Like he's working this problem in the back of his mind and trying to keep his hands busy because he feels like he's about to bubble over. He's about to have a breakdown. And I see the value in doing that. It's easiest to work these kind of problems in the back of your mind sometimes while you're doing something else. So I don't disagree with how he's handling it to this point, except that, of course, you don't want to see him give her an inch. You don't want to see him give her any kind of control, but she has manipulated the hooey out of him and thinks she still is. And for the first time, he's kind of starting to break away from that. He's kind of starting to break free. I'm sure there is inner turmoil for him. Turmoil. That's what I said. I'm sure it's really hard for him. I hope that OP understands that. You know what I mean? I would hope that in a partnership, you see your partner in pain, or you understand the life they've lived up to this point, and you understand when something's really difficult for them. His mom is going to destroy his entire life. Vienna, I don't think he's spineless. I think she gained control over him at a very young age. So if he breaks free from this, it will be huge for him. I don't think he's a spineless individual. She just has the power to manipulate over him. Okay, let's dive in to the second update here. Ready? It's 6 a.m. and I've been crying all night. Sorry for any typos. He broke up with me. No, wait, no. For real? No. Do not tell me he ran back to mommy. He ignored all my texts yesterday, and it was late when I finally texted his brother to ask if he was okay. His brother said, yeah, he left 2 hours ago to give his ex a ride and then come home. What the man? I asked his ex was there, but he didn't reply. When he finally came home, he told me to sit down because we needed to talk. He said, I've thought about our relationship, thought about our situation, and I think we should end it. He said, today I hung out with my family, and even his mom and ex came over. They all told me that by going no contact with his mom, it was going to be so awkward and that they'd be stuck in the middle. He said, when you weren't there today, I enjoyed my time with my family. There was no tension, and I didn't have to worry about you being upset. I asked him, why did it take you 2 hours to drop off your ex? Did you sleep with her? He told me I was being ridiculous and that he was just talking to her. He accused me of being controlling and insecure and said I'm isolating him from his friends and family. I asked him again, so nothing happened? He danced around it, but eventually admitted, we fooled around, but that's it. By the way, it's really obvious when somebody has like a sudden change of heart or like a big leap in a decision and they start regurgitating lines that other people gave them. It's like he's going through the talking points that his mother handed to him right now. I told him I couldn't believe what a pathetic, weak man he is, letting his mom convince him to ruin everything. And next, he's getting a blowjob from his cheating ex. We ended up arguing and he went to sleep. I cried all night. Today, I'm going to call my dad and ask if I can stay with him. Top comment here, when his cheating ex cheats on him again, he will get karma. You are on the winning end. You cut loose a cheating asshole and his shitty family. Now it's time to find yourself a real life partner. I do agree that this is the best for you. Nikki says, can we revisit that spineless comment? Okay, fine. Yes, he has proven me wrong, and you're all right there. He did end up being spineless here. She has his number. Man, she knows how to play him like a fiddle. She's been doing it her whole life. And it, although momentarily looked like you were going to help him put up a good fight and finally break free from this, he eventually succumbed to the evil he knew because it was comfortable there. And yeah, it was comfortable hanging out with his family. There was no drama because you were letting yourself be manipulated. And that's the way everything was before. So it's the devil you knew. Do you want things to be the same? Really? Do you want to always be striving for your mother's affection and attention and love and approval, not to get them? Is that the scene that you want to replay for the rest of your life, man? And he chose yeah. And on the ride over there, when the ex was riding with the mother-in-law's like, okay, so here's the plan. We're going to go through the talking points over and over and over again till we can see that he believes them. And then I'm going to ask, I have to leave early, so you're going to be stranded there. You're going to need a ride home. On the way home, go down on him. See the deal? Loose lips sink relationships, I guess. Nah, I don't know. It didn't work. I'm sorry. I was trying the horror on Candy Thunder's face. You did dodge a bullet here, OP. It would have been loose lips. No, that's not. Pinching them together does not loose. Okay.
Oh, I was making sure mine aren't.
What is happening? It would have been great if he had written a different ending to the story and made the choice that we all were rooting for. But y'all are right. He continues to be controlled and continues to choose to be spineless here. He's going to end up replaying this whole scenario over and over again. The ex is going to cheat again. He's going to leave again. His mom is going to orchestrate everything to come back together again, unless mother-in-law has actually like financially incentivized the ex to get back with him. There's got to be something behind this. There's some kind of motive here. Like, why would the ex all of a sudden be like, yeah, I think I want him back, unless mother-in-law incentivized it somehow. It's like New Girl, where she starts dating the guy that is just crazy boring, but she falls in love with his parents because his parents are like Chip and Nancy. Is that what it is? His parents are like the coolest, nicest people ever. And they know their son is a dud, but they try to incentivize her to date him by getting access to them. There's something going on where mother-in-law has either control or incentive over the ex as well. This is her game. This is the game. Let's go back to the title of the story. Am I the astronaut for not inviting my fiance's ex to our wedding? No. Yeah, still sticking with no here. It sucks that this is how the story ended because it could have been so great. But you have to also realize that even if you got him through this time, and even if you got him to stand up to his mother long enough to actually get married, that would not be the end of this war. This war would wage for decades. And you were going to have that to look forward to. You're going to have a ton of awkward scenarios. You're going to have a ton of disrespect to deal with. And those are all things you don't have to deal with now. It's a bummer.